Hello, welcome back to the Banjo-Kazooie any percent no RBA tutorial. In this video, I'm just going to go over FP early, and then we'll go over the layer in the next video. So, for FP early, there's three steps to it in my mind. First is getting caught on the slope, then there's knowing what to do on the slope and when to beak bomb, then there's navigating. Alright? So, I'm going to be showing sort of a beginner setup and a faster setup. This is just the setups that I did throughout my time. The first setup that I did was I took off towards this wall over here. And that line. I did 1.5 flaps, then I started holding up. Then I started holding up right on like the third flap. Then I stopped holding up like right after the fourth flap or right before it. That part's a little hard to judge because it's not 100% consistent. Just don't go too far down. So, 2, 3, and make your way to this slope. Now here on the slope, you want Banjo's feet, or like right above his feet, to be stuck on the slope. You don't want his belly to be stuck on it like this. This is not good. That won't work. You want his feet to be stuck on it like that. Now, my visual cue on the slope is to start holding down. See that last thick black line? You want to start holding down when Banjo's feet is like right to the right of it. And then you want to beak bomb right when it's to the left of it, or just as it passes. So, like three things to note when you're doing this clip is that there's three main factors. One is the camera angle. So beak bombs aim in the center of the camera, correct? So you want the camera to be facing almost as downwards as possible. So you beak bomb straight down. And the other thing is that you want Banjo to sort of dip in the air before you beak bomb, which is sort of covered already by my visual cue, kind of. So, and I'll show it later, just when I'm flying, because it's hard to see. It's hard to understand without seeing it. And the third is the angles, the left and right angle. So you don't want to be stuck on the slope facing this way, and you don't want to be facing that way. Just like in the middle. It's not too hard. It's pretty lenient. So yeah, it's not, just don't be too far to the right or left. So for the dip thing I was talking about, you hold down. If you notice, there's a point where Banjo starts accelerating downwards much faster. That's when you want to beak bomb, pretty much. You want to beak bomb right before or right after he starts to dip down. So yeah, I'll try and do the clip now. Hold on a second. Just like that. Alright, so now the second setup that I do, this is the faster setup now. This is the setup that I learned from Stiv. Hold up for 4 flaps. Hold down, then down right. You're gonna do that dip I talked about in the air first, and then you're gonna do it again on the slope. But this time, you can't use the visual cue of holding down on the left side of that slope, because you're gonna be right around there. You can still use that technically if you get on the slope around here, but it's not that fast. But you can still use the cue of beak bombing right as your foot passes that black line. So it looks something like this, hopefully. 1, 2, 4. Dip down in the air. Dip down here. And beak bomb. So that's all I'm gonna go over for now. There's other tutorials you can watch to learn the steps, and hopefully this tutorial plus the other ones can help you understand it. But now let's just go over the navigation. For the navigation, I'm gonna be showing the 2 beak bomb strat. You just want to do 1 beak bomb and flying, that's fine. You can do that. But for the 2 beak bomb strat, what you're gonna do here, right after the beak bomb, you're gonna hold up left, just straight up left, and do 4 A presses with that rhythm that I talked about in TDC, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shoot, I messed it up. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, like that rhythm kind of. And then once you see Banjo, like just Banjo in general, go over the FP loading zone, that's when you beak bomb the first time. Then after that, the camera will be set up so that you get a good angle to beak bomb the second one. But the second beak bomb is about learning where the beak bomb aims, kind of, because there's not really a visual cue, it's just knowing what's the good time to beak bomb. One, two, three, four. Above the door. Hold up a bit. Now aim for right under it. Just like that. Alright, so that's it for this tutorial. Hopefully it helps, and I'll see you in the next one.